You know what would make that better? A cup of White Cane coffee.
Wow, that really is great coffee.
White Cane coffee, because every cup makes a difference.
It's not just about music lessons. It's about hard work, perseverance, dedication, self-expression, making memories. Let's make memories together.
Good Saturday morning, everyone, and welcome to the cafe as White Cane Coffee presents Coffee and a Conversation. Our special guest this week, John Papalia, the Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry. A whole lot of things going on. It's going to be a busy August, John, but thanks for taking some time this morning to sit down with us and talk about all those things that are going to be happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on this morning, guys. Super excited to be down here at White Cane Coffee. Bob's already hooked me up with a cup, so ready to roll.
And with that, don't forget the White Cane Coffee Cafe is open in the plaza across from Tops all through this downtown construction. You can stop in, get yourself a fresh cup of Dragon's Roast that I got this morning. That's my favorite.
That is what I got to go.
It's the one.
Solid choice.
But stop in, get a fresh cup. Cinnamon rolls, scones, breakfast burritos are phenomenal. Stop in, get a fresh cup, say hi to friendly folks at White Cane. If you don't want to deal with that construction, that's no problem. White Cane's also available on DoorDash. Just place your order, have your favorites delivered right to your door. You can also order your favorite roast to brew at home online at whitecanecoffee.com. And John, it's a little foggy this morning, but should turn into another beautiful summer day here in Warren County. And I think we all know Fair Week is next week, but then right around the corner, it's time to lace up the cleats, get the gloves and bats out, and play some softball.
Absolutely, yeah. It's hard to believe we're this far into the summer already with Fair and all that. But really excited for the softball tournament August 18th through the 20th. And as always, it'll be played kind of home base down there at Betts Park. And it's one of those events that's just been a lot of fun, a staple in our community for so many years. We love seeing the businesses come out, that level of competition, friendly competition, if you will. People busting out the gloves and the cleats, as you said, and having a little friendly competition. I think one of the things I love most about it is you look around there, it's almost like a countywide company picnic, right? You have your Betts tent, your Superior tents, Worley's, and just everyone there kind of together, a little camaraderie and a little friendly competition.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and, like you said, it's almost like a company picnic, a countywide company picnic, as you said. And, get a little friendly competition, you get some foods, hanging out with some of your coworkers outside of that office space, which, one of the things that we heard so many businesses, not just locally, but nationally talk about, in that kind of post-COVID return to office was, culture and things like that. And there's certainly no better way to build culture among your employees and your coworkers than to go out and have a little fun.
Absolutely. I think that is to your point. One of the things that we've heard and you've heard, obviously, people miss that getting together, miss having fun, miss seeing their coworkers, and we're people that like to get together, right? And from a chamber standpoint, we love nothing more than bringing people together. So it's good to be kind of past those years and bringing back fun.
So obviously you've got a really big event like this coming up for the chamber. I mean, you guys were an instrumental part in the PA Wilds Are Working event that was held the other night at the art gallery, and that whole program, bringing those folks in to experience Warren County for a month and really see what we have to offer. Also very integral in stuff going on up in the trails at Jake's Rock. So it's not just these.
Yeah,
events
it's certainly not just events. I mean, I think we are so blessed in our community for how many various opportunities that we have. And you look at the events. Like you said, you have the fair, you have the softball. But then if you're just looking to go do a hike, right? You can head up the Jake's Rocks or anywhere in the A&F. You can mountain bike. You can canoe down the river, the Conowongo. Right there's the Saturday farmers markets going on. There are so many different things in our area in which we have such a vibrant theater, art galleries, kind of you name it around our county. There really is something for everybody, and we love showcasing that.
And again, you guys had the privilege of having Savannah on months ago, and one of the things I said to her is, you guys are not a typical chamber in that you're just trying to get members and giving businesses kind of, here's what we have to offer and just let them go. I mean, you guys are so involved in everything, anything that you guys can do to help a business to grow and to expand, but then also putting on these events. I mean, you guys talk about the chamber advantage, and it really is.
Well, we appreciate that. Yeah, we certainly try to be very active. Look, we're big believers, right, in the all boats rise mentality. We try to get involved in as many different things as we can, because ultimately that betters Warren County as a whole, right? It helps our businesses, it helps our community, it just helps build a happier, better place to live, work, raise a family, and those kind of things. So yeah, we try to do a lot, try to keep busy, and love doing so.
And the mix that you guys have, with yourself, Savannah, and obviously Jim Decker over at the chamber. And I know one of his favorite events of the year is coming up in about a month here at the Trail Fest.
Yes.
But it seems like that kind of mix that you guys have with your different personalities and interests and things like that, it lends you to be able to be kind of everywhere all at once.
Yeah, I think we do all gel very well together. We have a small team, but a wonderful team, right? We all have a lot of fun together. I think that bodes well for us, right? We try to do a lot of different things, try to get where you can, and working as a team makes everything a little easier. And I think going back to what we talked about earlier, we get to have fun, right? We love what we do, and we love getting to interact with the community, and that certainly helps a lot.
And so, kind of looking ahead again, obviously, industrial tournaments the next big thing on the calendar, but like we said, it's no rest for the weary, right? Because about a month later, you guys are going to be
it's a busy stretch. We'll have Trail Fest at the end of the month, which again, it's hard to believe that we're coming up on that, but it'll be a fun-filled weekend. We'll have vendors up in Kinsey Beach, and then we'll have riding that'll take place. We'll shuttle them from the beach over to the trailhead. We'll have some more vendors over there, and you can hit all your favorite trails. You can come out for some music on the beach, some food. So even if you're not a mountain bike rider, it's one of those events you can come out and just enjoy the setting, right? It's pretty tough to beat an evening sitting on Kinsey Beach, listening to some music, grabbing some food, and interacting with some of the people that are out there riding bikes. I myself, I don't do a lot of mountain bike rides. I think I hop on the bike once a year at Trail Fest and take the very easiest loop at the top. And then I'm like, I'm going to go listen to some tunes, grab some food. And it's a lot of fun, a lot of wonderful people. And I think that's one of those events, too. It's good for our community. And we bring so many people from outside of the area for that event. It's awesome going up there, talking to people. Well, where are you from? I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm from Cincinnati. I'm from Washington, D.C. A couple years ago, I talked to a gentleman who came from Los Angeles. He's like, my buddy lives in Pittsburgh. He told me all about this trail system, so I decided to fly in, and we both came here. It's amazing, the draw that it's brought.
Is that the farthest away that you talked?
That's the furthest that I've talked to. Yeah, it's probably tough to beat that one. Maybe we'll get there.
Right. Somebody coming back from Alaska or something.
Yeah, exactly. I decided to come from Hawaii or whatever. Yeah.
But again, what does that say about just the resources that we have here? That growing up here, as you and I both did, I mean, it's just Jake's Rocks is Jake's Rocks.
Yeah, you take it for granted, right?
Take it for granted, but
you always had it.
But to see the draw that it has for somebody to fly all the way from Los Angeles to come here just to hang out on our mountain bike trails.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just so beautiful, and you get up there, you get lost pretty quick in those trails, and just have a blast.
And speaking of that area, you guys are recently helped install some Wi-Fi out at Kinsey Point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly one of those areas where it's rural Pennsylvania and service can be spotty.
That's a good way, especially up there. Yeah.
But to be able to help have a resource like that in an area where there's usually limited cell service, gives people not just a place where they can make emergency calls or contacts if they have to, but can get into some of the information about the trails and other things throughout the area. How important was it for you guys to have something like that?
Yeah, I think it was really important. It's something that was needed for a while, and we were finally able to make it happen. Just from that, even the emergency standpoint, right, where you got to get to a place, make a phone call, and if you're a visitor, being able to stop over and say, hey, I want to pull up the map, or what else can I do in this area? Where can I eat? Where can I go? So yeah, it's been a really nice asset to bring to the table.
Well, it's funny that you meant, when you're done with the trails, now you've got a place where you're coming right down right off the entrance to the trails. Oh, we'll pull over here. Where do we want to go? Obviously Dockside is right there.
Sure, absolutely.
But that could be the difference between somebody going east on 59 as opposed to west and coming back into Warren.
Absolutely. Yeah, you want to give them that easy access to find the information they need, and in today's world, everyone's pulling that up on their cell phones and things like that. So allowing them a spot to do so is really important.
And how much cooperation? Obviously the Visitors Bureau staffs the information center on the weekends throughout the summer, and that's something they've done for a long time.
Yeah,
which is also a huge benefit, right? To have some
having the
real
information
people,
center
real
is good,
there, right? But how much does that show that your mission and the Visitors Bureau mission, kind of where that overlap is? You guys are able to.
Yeah, I think we work extremely well with Casey and the Visitors Bureau over there. We work extremely well with Dave there. At the end of the day, we're all working towards the same mission, right? You're looking to better Warren County. You're looking to bring people in here. And going back to that teamwork thing, right? Let's work together, make things happen, and partnerships, in my opinion, are everything, right? I think the trails are a huge example of that, where you partnerships with the forest, the Visitors Bureau, those sort of places that continue to build and make things better, right? And not just there, but throughout Warren County, right? You work with each other, and for the common good.
Yeah. Well, you talked about trying to bring people here. Obviously, we had the welcome event the other night at the art gallery for the workers coming in for the PA Wilds Are Working, and that seems like a great opportunity.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Bringing in the remote workers for the month of August and allowing them to experience Warren County. It's been amazing, right? Talking to some of them from Georgia, Wisconsin, all around that are going to make Warren County home for a month is pretty great. And then the end goal, you hope some of them decide to make that permanent home. But one more opportunity to showcase our community.
And I thought it was interesting. There was another couple who were remote workers who were there. That were not part of the program.
Right.
And again, we talked so many times, not just on this program, but we spoke with people just as we're out and about, and I'm sure you have too. Just another way I think it illustrates how vital finding a way for the county to get reliable high-speed internet service to as much of the county as we possibly can could really boost the economy and bring some more folks in who might just want to be remote workers and then hang out.
Right. Get away. You can still work your job somewhere else. Yeah, it's fun to talk to people, and ask these questions. Hey, what brought you here to Warren? And a lot of times, it's the beauty. I wanted to get away from the city, and those sort of things. And I decided to make this home. And allowing them to maybe work their jobs remotely is a huge step forward.
All right. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Let our sponsors tell you all about themselves. We'll be back with more coffee and a conversation presented by White Cake Coffee right after this.
The only thing worse than being stuck at home is being stuck at home without coffee. We can't let that happen. Browse our selection and order online. From sweet to tangy, hot or iced, we have something for you. White King Coffee, because every cup makes a difference. Cheers.
And welcome back as White Cake Coffee presents Coffee and a Conversation. Our special guest this week, John Papalia from the Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry. And, John, we were talking about people coming in and trying to help grow the county. But, obviously one of your missions at the Chamber is to help businesses that are already here continue to grow and thrive. And you've got a great program going on over at the Innovo co-working space.
Yeah, absolutely. So, right, you hit the nail on the head. Right, our primary mission is to be able to help businesses grow, expand, or start up. And one of the partnerships we formed recently is with Canada Small Business Development. We bring them to town once a month, third Tuesday of every month. They're here from 10 to 2 in an Innovo co-working space. And we, the chamber, kind of make referrals, set up the appointments, and it gives a business who's, again, looking to start up, expand, or whatever, the first opportunity to meet with Canada who specializes in, here's how you start your business. Here's the steps you take. They They help with business planning, projections, those kind of things, and those are all services free of cost. They're completely free for someone looking to grow, and it has worked out extremely well. We started this, I think, back in March or April, and we have filled every time slot up through the month of August. So and that was one of the things that we've seen a lot. There's been an increased demand of people looking to start a business, grow a business, right? I think that was one of the things, that did come out of COVID, right? People that kind of were wanted to take the side hustle and make it the, full time. Yeah, the full time thing, exactly. And we at the chamber tend to be, one of the first folks that meet with them and start to piece together, how they can make that next step. I joke, we don't manufacture widgets. We're very much in the business of connecting people. So we're able to help them, guide them. And Gannon's one of the first stops, and then other key partners that we work with, the Career Links, the Beehive Network, and other resources, Ben Franklin, technology partners that can help them along the way. There's a lot of good resources out there, and sometimes people don't know exactly where to turn to, and that's kind of our role. You can come in, we can go, all right, understand the need, and here's where you go from here, right? And start to piece that together.
Well, yeah, and I mean, just speaking from personal experience, I mean, I don't know how many times, you and I talked with Savannah, and just, hey, we're thinking about, doing X, Y, Z, and who would we talk to get started on that? Or who might be a good resource, for this idea? And I mean, every time, even if you don't know off the top of it, well, let me look at that, and I'll get back to you, find out. And I went and sat and met with the folks from Gannon and SBDC, and they put me in touch with a lot of good resources for things. And but again, that's the whole point, right? Is so many people are, like you said, trying to start their own business or grow something that maybe they were doing on the side or whatever. And I don't know necessarily how many people understand what a good resource you guys are for doing that.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. Sometimes, you're probably fly under the radar a little bit. It's one of those things probably, you're not thinking about until you need it, right?
Right, exactly.
But yeah, it's one of the most rewarding things that I think we get to do is get to help guide people through the process and help them along and allow them, watch them grow, watch them start up, or whatever it may be. It's been a lot of fun, and the Gannon partnerships. I think a prime example of that is a couple partners working together to bring them here and make it work.
And so, how does something like that kind of partnership get started with you guys? I mean,
So it started, originally a conversation with the city of Warren. A while back, there used to be, Gannon had an office here, and that had since gone away. So myself and Randy Rossi sort of started to talk, and he had the idea of, you think we could get them back? I said, we work with Gannon quite a bit. Let's make some phone calls. And after conversations, hey, we got the co-working space. We have a place we can hold them. And we wanted to make Gannon's life as easy as possible. So since we were kind of meeting continuously with businesses anyway, so we'll schedule the appointments, and make the referrals. So that kind of takes that load off of them, and it makes an easy connection. And it's worked out really well so far. Yeah, I mean, the demand's been greater than probably even I thought originally, right? That we're scheduling, months out. So.
Yeah, you're full through this month.
Yeah.
And probably starting to
fill
up
in
September
spots. Yeah, it's been great. It's just wonderful to watch businesses grow and take next steps and just kind of learn what they need to do. We're really fortunate to be a part of it.
And how much does getting, the feedback from the businesses and maybe from the folks at Gannon, help you guys to plan, okay, well, maybe we need to start looking at adding this as a resource?
Yeah, absolutely. It's huge, right? We are always looking for feedback, right? Was this beneficial? What would you like to see us do differently? It was one that we did an entrepreneurial night here a couple months ago, and I mean that kind of came out of some of the feedback we got from this because we started to connect to different partners. And why don't we get them all in the same room, right? And invite people out to learn. And we build some of our programming based on the feedback that we get from businesses, right? I mean, we're going to do another job fair in October, right? That's all based off, everyone seems to be looking for employees. We did one in the spring at the library that went over extremely well, which has spurred us to plan another one October 11th at the library. I mean, at the end of the day, we serve our members in this community. So we gather that feedback and try to build the programming based on that.
And I know you mentioned the job fairs, and I know for a while you guys were kind of doing a pretty big one in summer. And it seemed like between weather and other factors that was maybe not an ideal, but that's that learning process.
Yeah, right. You got to learn, and sometimes you learn from the mistakes that you make. And yeah, job fairs. I mean, you keep going back to COVID, but like numbers were pretty good, and then they tapered off as far as attendance through the COVID years. To your one point, we had the idea, and ourselves and one of our partners over at Quick Staff, hey, let's do one outside. This would be great. We'll do it down at Betts Park, which was really cool for a while. We had the barbecue going, and then the thunderstorms rolled in. And, maybe it wasn't the best idea. If it would have been sunny and beautiful the whole time, it would have been great.
Well, I mean, you run into that, I'm sure, right? I mean, I tell people all the time, it's not the industrial terms, it's not pouring down rain sometime on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the one thing we can't control. I don't care what event it is, right? It's hard to believe you start planning for like a winter fest or something this time of year, and you really hope that you're going to get winter, because you might not.
Well, I mean, you and I were up there at Chapman right before Winterfest this year, and that was the day we went up there was the day after it snowed for the first time. Kind of looking around like, oh, at least there's some snow.
At least we got something. Yeah. I mean, some years, it's been 60 degrees. With a couple years ago, we had so much snow that it collapsed our tent. Right?
You just got to find that. You got to make your own snow. Right? Like do it like the ski resorts. So
Exactly. There we go. Yeah. Talk to Chapman. We need some snow makers.
And I'm sure the state park will get right on.
They will laugh very hard and then move on. Yeah.
Excuse me. But going back to the Gannon and those partnerships, how big a resource has that co-working space been for you guys downtown?
It's been really nice, and it allows people a place to go, either remote work or you're working from home or whatever. You can go utilize that, and I think, and I'll credit Savannah's done a wonderful job continuing to market that and get its name out there. The partnership with Gannon and having the small businesses, the startup businesses meet there has gone really great because it adds instant exposure. The people that might take advantage of that are actually holding those meetings in there with Gannon. So it's a wonderful resource and one that I think over time will keep growing and growing. And try to spread the word as much as we can about that. Savannah, another shout out. She's done a really good job of marketing it, and it's been exciting to see it grow and come together.
And that seems like kind of a natural symbiotic relationship with the facility you guys have over at the industrial park.
Exactly right.
The name is escaping me.
Yeah, our business incubator over there.
That was the one I couldn't. It's early on Saturday.
It is. Right. You haven't even finished your cup of coffee.
But with the incubator, it seems like that might be almost
sure. It's a potential natural next step, right? Is maybe businesses grow or whatever. Now they might need a physical space of their own and things like that. And just keep feeding the pipeline, I guess.
So you've been with the chamber for a number of years.
14 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was joking. I'm like, this is my 15th event season. I used to have hair. It was really.
So we could have like your presidential picture, right? When you started your term and now. But over that time, obviously we've seen a lot of businesses come, and a lot of businesses go, and the county's gone through a ton of changes, and it seems like we're almost approaching a major crossroads from a business growth perspective here for the county. I mean, is that kind of
certainly. There's been a lot of changes over the 15 years. Obviously some places that have closed up, and then you also see some places that are trying to grow and expand. And the need for more people. I mean, obviously it's a big one, right? To fill the jobs that are out there and things like that. So. You're right. It's things have changed a little bit over the last 15 years. I mean, we're still very fortunate in our community. I think how strong our business community is. Right? We have a lot of wonderful companies, a lot of small businesses, a lot of big businesses. A lot of them in need of people to put in the positions and looking for employees. But like a lot of places, the landscape changes every 15 years.
Well, I mean, it seems like, you know, we really kind of started to have a major shift from, kind of a manufacturing production type area to more of a tech centered and, as opposed to 5 or 6, I guess, kind of major, manufacturing employers to now, dozens of smaller businesses.
Yeah. I mean, I think going back to kind of what we talked about earlier, there's been an increase in smaller business, an increase in people wanting to start their own business. We do have a lot of manufacturers still that remain strong here, but yeah, there's definitely been a bit of a shift. And I think like a lot of places, you kind of have to adapt and you try to have to strengthen those newer businesses and try to help them grow and keep the community strong as best you can.
Yeah. So what kind of feedback have you seen, or what are some of the things that you've heard from some of those, older the Bets and the Whirlies and places like that to the new challenges that they're facing in this business?
I think that we talk with them a lot. I mean, there's still quite a bit of growth. I think workforce and skilled positions and things like that. I know, I got a two Joe's. There's businesses that are trying to be pretty forward thinking, right? How do you educate people? How do you build skill sets for the needs in your jobs so that you can grow? I mean, automation's been one thing that you've seen a lot of. Certainly, a tour of a plant that I did 15 years ago, and the same tour now looks a lot different with increased automation and things like that to produce products. And again, trying to stay ahead of the game, right? I mean, those things. I mean, it's inevitable that was going to come, and obviously the COVID challenges that you saw with supply chain and everything else. But they've remained strong, which is good.
It's and it seems like, maybe this is just I've noticed more just in the way that like coverage has changed pre-COVID to post-COVID. But it seems like they're trying. The school district career center is trying to modify the programs that they have there to better fit.
Absolutely. I mean, what the career center is definitely one of those places that's trying to help, bring people that are going to fill the need in our community. And the businesses here, I would tell you, are huge supporters of that program too, right? You see those places working together. Bob Smith at the Career Center has done a phenomenal job with the TANF program, that school to work sort of thing. So you're bringing students from the school district into the businesses to learn, to grow. I mean, even at the chamber, we've had a student from the marketing program for the past couple of years. And I don't know if you know, Bob, but the numbers of kids going into the workforce is increased greatly, and that's credit to them trying to make that happen, but also credit to our business community that kind of says, what, that is our future, right? So let's get them in here, let's get them in here and help them. And the TANF program is a good one. It's so many hours that the students actually paid through a grant, and then a business can choose to keep them on as co-op and then put them on their own payroll. But yeah, I mean, you have to be creative in how you approach the future. And I think the Career Center and the school district partnership with the businesses is a huge step. One, the businesses support, one, the school districts pushing greatly. I'm always amazed at the Career Center and how much they keep growing, right? Nursing, they're bringing early childhood, which is, I'm sure as you well know, a need, right? People need childcare, right? If you can enter the workforce and you have kids, right, where can you take your kids? And, so it's there's not one easy quick fix to anything, but groups working together towards that goal helps.
All right, with that, we're going to take another quick break here. We'll be right back with more Coffee to Conversation right here on your Daily Buzz.
Have you ever wanted to play an instrument? The Warren Music Conservatory is the area's only choice for premier music education, with the area's top music instructors giving you fun and exciting music lessons for a variety of instruments and styles. The Music Conservatory also rents and repairs instruments of all types. And don't forget to stop in and check out our student bookstore for your musical supplies like strings, sticks, picks, and more. What are you waiting for? Stop dreaming. Start doing today.
Welcome back as White Cane Coffee presents coffee and a conversation. Brian Hagberg for your daily local. Our special guest this week, John Papalia, Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry. And John kind of touched on a little bit of everything that the chamber does here. You've been there for about 15. Well, you said this is your 15th event
Yeah,
season.
exactly.
So, but in that time, what's been the most memorable or your favorite event?
My favorite event's easy. It was the Warren County Outdoor Show when we were running that up at the Warren Mall. It was an event that we started on a really small scale.
Yeah.
In Starbrick originally, I think we had 15 vendors, and it was an event we put like a few hundred people through.
Right.
And that year, we grew the event to 100-some vendors, and I think our last year at the mall, we put about 7,000 people through the show. So it was one of my all-time favorites. I mean, and obviously I like the outdoors and things like that. So
big surprise.
this guy
there,
kind
right?
of near and dear to me anyway.
Yeah.
But it was one that the community really embraced well, and that the show at the mall worked out really good too. At the time it was pretty darn empty, and
Right.
we were able to fill that place up and make it fill it up for a weekend.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
I think I can remember the one year we immediately ran out of parking in the front and the
Yeah.
back, and it was a good event.
And I remember that
missed.
used to be every Friday and Saturday night.
Right.
Where am I going to park? Oh,
Yeah.
I got here late. Where do I
Lions
go?
Castle's going to get my quarters.
They used to do a fundraiser where if you raised X amount of dollars, you could spend the whole night in Aladdin's Castle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
and played
that's
awesome.
awesome.
For free. And it
That's
was,
cool.
Oh man, that was really cool. I, as a 10, 11-year-old kid, so,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm gonna perfect.
be in the arcade all night long, sucking down sodas and drinking,
Yeah.
eating candy bars.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, right. And now kind of looking at the events calendar that you guys have now, I know you guys have tried to scale back a little bit.
We
on some
have,
of the
yeah. I
events
mean,
that you
you
do.
touched on it earlier. I mean, there's only so much you can do, and our primary mission is serving and trying to grow those businesses. Kind of what we just talked about, right? And as we look at our community and making sure we stay healthy into the future. So our primary focus has to continue to be on providing those services and things like that, and run a couple community events. So we've tried to scale back a little bit and run a couple key events throughout the community, but not be as event focused as probably we were a number of years ago. And I think that, again, to your point, the economy's changed and things like that. And you have to, where can you provide the most good? So really trying to key in on that business assistance, business growth, and also then just kind of change, maybe some of how we do events, right? The entrepreneurial night, the job fairs, those sort of events that are key for the health of our community. You have to have it all,
Right.
which is challenging sometimes with the size staff and things like that. So, because I do think community events are important, right? Because if you're considering living here, or we have remote workers here, you want to be able to go out and have some fun.
Right,
So, you mix it up where you can, but it's been a great ride, I guess, and certainly trying to focus in on as much business assistance as we possibly can, and then steering our events and activities that way and tying the two together.
Well, and it's interesting for me as relatively new business owner, right? 5 years ago, it was something like entrepreneur. Right, whatever. And now it's like, oh God, I got to go to that, right? And now it's industrial. Part of that's being over 40 too.
Right. We didn't see that live. Yeah. When we first got involved in industrial, I was like, I want to play. Now I'm kind of like, looks like I blew my knee out.
Yeah, I was telling a friend the other day, I had to change the brakes on my car the other day. It's like, and I'm still feel it. I mean, this 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Wake up, oh, that's sore. Like, this is not. No, I can't imagine. The last time I played in an industrial tournament, we were through till midday on Sunday. It's just like,
It's a long day.
Oh yeah,
Long weekend.
I don't know if the old body can handle that anymore. And I mean, it's not. It's slow pitch softball, right?
Right.
But I've always also been that kind of person that it's just, I start getting into a game and the competitive juices go.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I remember Colorado being in church league, and people, we're just here to have fun, and got 2 innings into it. I'm screaming, one, go.
Yeah, we're keeping score, right?
Yeah, right. Like, come on, we're down by 7. Let's go. We got this.
I love it. Yeah.
But and it, all of that to say, as a new business owner, I certainly have a better appreciation and understanding.
Yeah,
of
and that's nice to hear. I mean, that's the hope, right? And yeah, I mean, how that landscape has changed.
Yeah.
To continue to put those sort of functions on, and I think the peer discussions is huge. We started a nonprofit program a couple of years ago, and again, going back, listening to the members, and what's important and what areas do you need to strengthen, and the nonprofit came in and said, "Hey, John, I think you can do more to help the nonprofits in our area, right? You're doing a lot of these things for for-profits, and I agree. I'm glad you brought it up. And through conversations, we ended up putting together our Elevating Nonprofit program, and we're actually just finishing up our second year of it now. Our class will graduate here in August, so we've been able to put through many different organizations, many different individuals, and it all focuses on a little bit of everything from legal compliance to how you market yourself, to how you fundraise, to grant writing, all these different tools that a director or a board member needs to be the best organization that they can. I mean, I obviously sit in on the classes, and I never do that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm serving on boards, and I'm doing these things it's allowed me to be a better servant as well as a better employee and things like that.
Because there are certain rules that you have to follow as a nonprofit, and you have to do things in a certain way in order to maintain that
Absolutely.
status.
And so given it's been a wealth of information, we're looking into kind of a next level of that, a 2.0, if you will, to keep trying to better serve our community. And one of those things that's come out of it, right? We do these roundtables with the class, and just that. Oh, geez, I didn't know you did this. And you do it like that. We could do it like that discussion that just happens and sharing of ideas is truly powerful. And we're fortunate to get through that organization that helps make that happen.
So we, mentioned numerous times throughout this show, doing things to help your members. If there's somebody out there watching that wants to be a member, become a member, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, so you can reach out to me over at the chamber. The phone number over there is 814-723-3050. You can go to our website, WCCBI.org, find the information. We have a Facebook page. You can pull it up. But the easiest, give me a call or my email's on the website. You can find it there. And I'll always start with just a sit-down conversation, right? How can we help you?
Right.
Let's see if this makes sense. We're serving businesses that are members, non-members, but we don't exist without the members of the chamber. They're the lifeblood that allows us to do everything, right? Ranging from events to business assistance and just be the servant of the community. I'm extremely grateful to every member of the Warren County Chamber, big and small. They're truly what allows us to go to work and try to make a difference.
You can also click on the chamber ad on yourdailylocal.com. Just click on that banner ad. It'll take you right to the chamber website, get you all the information you need to become a member. And if you are a member or are thinking of becoming a member, don't forget Your Daily Local also has some special advertising rates for new chamber members who start up businesses. So be sure to check those out as well. And John, I know it's been one of our pleasures in almost 3 years now that we've been around to be partners with you guys over at the chamber. And anywhere I go, I tell people we would not be where we're at today without some of the help you guys have provided. So
We appreciate it.
certainly a valuable service you guys have provided.
Thank you. Yeah, we love working with you guys. 3 years. It goes by quick.
Right? It just, God, in September. It's,
Fantastic.
yeah. And while we're at it, thank everybody who's watching today, who's checked out the website. Obviously we wouldn't still be doing this if the community hasn't been interested in wanting to read the journalism and see the videos and things that we put out. So.
Yeah, you guys done an awesome job. Great coverage and everything.
All right, one last thing before we go. I know you like the outdoor show, but let's look at current chamber events. Which one do you look forward to the most?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I don't know if Jim's watching, so I should say Trail Fest. I don't. That's a great question. I don't know if I have a standout favorite. Certainly, Trail Fest has become a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's probably that, and maybe like one of the events that is not necessarily a big, large community event that we started that I probably really look forward to is our Welcome to Bourne event every year. So we do that in May every year, and basically how it works is we work with our businesses and members to try to identify who's new to our community. And we have a little mixer and try to help welcome them in. That's a great event that I look forward to. But from a community upscale event, probably I guess it would probably be Trail Fest. That's been a lot of fun and one that we've seen grow, which is exciting. Like it's much like the outdoor show where it started kind of humbly and then just sort of
it's exploded.
Yeah,
oh, God, yeah, it's exploded. And I know I'm a cold weather guy. Summer is not my favorite, but
I hear you there.
I always look forward. I like the annual banquet you guys do every year, and then your involvement in the Christmas walk too is
that's going just around the corner.
Yeah,
oh
gosh, man. Yeah. So those are always a couple of personal favorites. It's unique to be at events where especially like at a banquet where it's kind of more formal, and that's just not something that we have a lot of around here.
That's a great event every year coming up in November. We'll actually be putting out the call for the Community Service Award nominations here fairly soon. I'll be sure to shoot that over to you to spread the word. So.
And we will be glad to help with that. So, but John, I don't want to take up too much more of your time on this Saturday. I know we talked a lot about the Trails of Jake's Rocks. The YMCA Tango is going on up there as we speak, I believe. So certainly go out and check that out. There's a ton of other events going on today. Titty Ute Fun Days is happening. Pleasant Township's having their days. Lots of events going on throughout Warren County.
Yeah. No one better say there's nothing to do.
Yeah. we have done our best to try to expel that notion as much as we can. I know you guys are a big part of that too. So, but anyway, John Papalia, Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry, thanks so much for stopping by on this Saturday morning, and looking forward to the industrial tournament here in a few weeks.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
All right, thanks, John. And tune in every Saturday morning, 9:30 a.m. as White Cane Coffee presents Coffee and a Conversation. We'll be right back here from the cafe next week. This is Brian Hagler for John Papalia saying thanks for watching. Have a great Saturday, everybody.
Know what would make that better? A cup of White Cane coffee.
Wow, that really is great coffee.
White Cane coffee, because every cup makes a difference.
It's not just about music lessons. It's about hard work, perseverance, dedication, self-expression, making memories. Let's make memories together.